Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? Sorry there were no live last night. It's a little irritated having to deal with tire on my car. It was just super frustrating. So here we are, Friday night. And if you can hear Jeff Dunham in the background, I don't own any rights to what he's talking about. But I like listening to him, so. Hi, catching them fish. How's it going? Hi, Miss Rebecca. How you guys doing? My allergies are driving me a little nuts tonight. There, I had to shut that off because that glitching was driving me nuts. I gotta get like a actual green screen from behind me, so that way my stuff doesn't blink in and out to drive me crazy. I'm doing good. Mom made some Italian wedding soup today, and that's what we had for dinner. It was absolutely delicious. Hi, Steve. Is it all quiet now for you? So it's pretty much a quiet day today.
Hello there, Tasha.
What's up, Wayne?
Oh, nothing much. Nothing much.
So yeah, the dude keep trying to come up tonight.
He's got a new name now.
Yeah, I know what name we gave him.
Hey, he deserves it right. She can come up here.
He hasn't tried to come up here lately. But he's gonna have to use a different channel than what he used before because that one's banned in StreamYard, so
I know.
he can't try to come up anyways.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma.
You know what bugs me though? Every time I hit 790, YouTube takes it away from me.
After you hit what?
790. They take it. It's almost 800. 790, and they grab it away from me. It be knocked down to 789.
Well, I was at 395 and I'm down to 387.
You know what they're trying to pull here?
They get rid of dead subs, Wayne.
Just makes me mad when they pull that on us, you know? Buzz off, YouTube. Go take your own
Yeah,
issue.
but if people aren't watching your stuff, then they pull them off.
No, it ain't the problem. The lady said to me, Oh, I'm the new supporter, right? Last night I watched. She was on. I commented she's a supporter,
What's
and
up?
Hello, everybody in panel. Happy Halloween.
What's up?
and
Pastor,
so what happens?
Pastor knows who it is, but she's not going to say I know it. You don't
No.
know who it is?
Yeah, that guy, the guitar player, from
I miss
Kansas,
Rebecca.
fisherman, musician.
Close, not.
Yeah, I am. I know who that is. You can't play that on me. I'm sorry. Not gonna work.
What's up, Ashley? I miss Rebecca.
Hi.
Of course, my hair had to show everything. Can't hide this hair at all.
Well, no.
I wasn't going to tell anyone, but BB's missing.
Your cat?
Yeah.
Well, sorry to hear that. Did she get out?
He
See,
got
I told you. There he is. You can't trick me. I know your voice. You can't trick it. You didn't get away with that with me. I knew who it was.
I'm sorry, Miss Rebecca. Hopefully he'll come back.
Oh, I hope he does too.
I'll keep you in my prayers. I'll say prayers
Hey, Ashley.
for you
I told Peaceful Daz, and I says, don't tell anyone. You know, I really miss my cat. I thought I'd see him this morning, but I didn't.
I'm sorry. I know it's not easy when the pet
Get you
gets
water.
out like that.
Well, it's just, you know,
He'd gotten out before, but we found him the next morning and haven't seen him at all today at all. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah. So I hope he comes back.
how long have you owned the cat for? Like, how old's the cat, Rebecca?
I don't know how old he is. He was
How long have you had him for? Like, is he no home? Does he know home?
he knows home. I've
Yeah.
had him since he was probably a year old, and I've had him about 3 years. He was a barn cat that we had picked up, you know, and stuff. And
And you picked him up. Was he an adult? Was he an adult as a barn cat?
He was.
Okay, so he's clearly been able to go through some pretty harsh elements and survive, I imagine.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of hopefully he returns home, right?
Yes.
Do you have a way of baiting him? Does he have a type of food or something you can leave out for him or something?
We put some canned food outside.
Nice.
You know, hoping that he comes back.
Nice.
Yeah, so he has.
They usually do. How's the song called? The cat came back the very next day. But hopefully is a he or she? Is it he?
It's a
I think
he,
it's a
and
he, right?
He is a he, and he has been fixed.
Is he fixed? Is he declawed?
No.
Okay. Wow, that's a smart choice.
I do not declaw. I do not declaw my cats.
Yeah, it would be a whole different element had he been declawed. I can imagine the
Against
stress
the
level
law.
would be even higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor little guy couldn't defend himself if he was out there.
Oh,
Well, the one thing I would say is that if he's a barn cat and you picked him up as an adult, or in that juvenile stage, then there's a good chance he probably can defend himself pretty good, being that he's used to that type of elements. And when it comes down to food or anything like that, I'm sure he's going to be able to find means to finding it.
Oh yes.
So I guess it's just a matter of him returning home to you, you know.
Sure.
And they say, any animal, dog or cat, usually by anything's it doesn't take a few days before they start missing the companionship, the security in home. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
they will return. If they're loved properly, most times they're not, they do return back home. So we can just pray for that
Yeah, definitely.
for sure.
I sometimes when he's gotten out, it's maybe been 3 times. He's always stayed close to home, but we do have coyotes here
Oh,
and
wow.
things. And I mean, he's a big cat. You guys have seen him. He's a big cat. So my brother asked, he says, "Have you seen BB?" And I'd seen him like at 1, and then after that he was gone. So it has been 24 hours now, and and the dogs keep raising up and like, okay, where is he? And so I'm hoping they'll let me know that he's back.
Oh, I'm sure they will. They
They'll
hear me, they'll let you know.
they'll hear him and be able to find my cat. He is microchipped, but I don't know if he trusts anybody else than us. I know who that is.
Yeah.
Chucky.
Hello, Mother Hen.
Oh, man.
See, I could hear on the back half of your laugh when you're laughing. I could hear your voice on the back end.
Well, I was also trying to see if I was like, oh man, maybe I should. How do I pull this off? Like, I'm pretty sure she's keen to this. So if she's got her, I'm sure she has her finger right on the mouse. Like if anything happens or if I say anything stupid, she's gonna kick me down. So I better make. I just froze. Right. I'm just like, okay, she's gonna keep me up here, and I'm like, okay, we're live. I'm like, all right, start talking. Because I didn't know if I was gonna give it away, right? But I guess it's kind of like no different than Devil Dog. I had him hiding on my panel in a dog costume, and he was using a voice changer right away. It was actually kind of neat because you could tell people like the people that really follow him a lot, because right away they're like his accent on his laughing and the way he ended things. They hit people right away. We're like, that's Eddie. Like they're like, you gotta stop like talking the way you normally do, Eddie, because we know it's you. So you can use voice changers all you want, but the smart people are paying attention. They catch on to like your eonces or your pronunciations. Yeah, right away.
Yeah, your pronunciations of things, and
Yeah, they're like, yep, that's Canadian. Do you hear the A? You heard the A, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Tasha.
And I really don't know what my
Hi, Judy.
accent. People hear an accent from me, but I was born in Southern California.
I wonder if I can go like this.
Grew up in Utah and Washington, and then came back here in '83. And I've lived in Missouri since I've been here.
Not much of an accent.
Yeah, I think everybody has an accent.
To an extent, yeah. I mean, you go to Southern New York and talk to people like Long Island, and they all have that similar like Boston accent.
Yep. It really surprised somebody that I could sort of get an accent when I was a wicked awesome gardener. People are like, "How did she do that?"
Steve the Pleasure's in the house. Steve the Pleasure Angler. He's in the house. He is.
How you doing, Elliot?
I know I started on alien talk. It didn't work out so well.
The cat will return, I'm sure. The cat will be back.
Just knock it off, Judy. Just knock it off. Knock it off, you.
Oh, puppy. I love Tasha's doggy.
Are you good now?
Let me switch this over.
So cute. Oh, look at that. Look, babe. Look at Tasha's pup.
I'm looking.
So cute.
Oh yeah, nice little guy.
Oh, lady.
Sweet little.
I had dogs all my life. I wish we could have one because, as you can see, Judy, she just loves them. Every tiny little puppy she sees, she's like, "Oh, I want it."
I love puppies.
Puppies, babies, little kids. I love them all.
Except James.
Even 96-pound dogs.
Oh Lord.
How big my
Yeah,
boys
matter. He's like having a mini horse in the house.
It is.
Can you hear my TV?
I think many horses weigh more than that.
Did you hear that, babe?
What's that?
Well,
I'll turn it up.
depending on, yeah.
Can you hear it?
Hi, Al. How's it going? Oh, that's protected.
There you go. Al in the house.
I'm working on my last horse rank.
Your last what, Mr. Becky?
My last horse rank for somebody.
Oh, awesome.
And then I got to start on the others.
I just seen the shout out there. I think it was. I can't remember. It was a short there. I think it done really well too with the toques you made for them. Geez, I don't want to guess the wrong channel. I'll be crucified. But yeah, I just seen a short out there. I believe there was at least 1,000 views or plus on it, and they were pulling your hats out of the envelopes. Did you see them yet, Rebecca?
No.
I think it might have been Lazy Days, maybe. Just maybe a little hinty.
Well, the one I did has over 1,048 views.
That's the one. And who's the part for? Yeah, that's right too. Yours exactly. I was just all right. There you go. See, and now I'm gonna get crucified because.
Oh,
But it was from Lazy Days or something, but made from Rebecca. Like, how did that work, Tasha? Just so I'm clear. So.
Well, actually, Miss Rebecca sent hats to my mom and Jamie.
Okay, that's how it worked.
You know,
I'm not going nowhere.
And
then
that
also-
was
now also on Lazy Days, some people won some
yeah.
that I
don't know.
gave away.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought that was really cool. I like when a short like that'll take off, because at the end it helps it get pushed further more to your subscribers the better the short does, because it'll stay on the shorts wall, and then it gives enough time for your other people that are connected to the channel. But it also kind of gives people a little bit hope or initiatives to kind of do those shorts, so they can see that they can do mail calls and still get a good view retention off of that, right? Which is super cool, because it is a different type of community, shorts opposed to video material. So congratulations, Tasha. I thought it was cool. Made an impression on me. I
Yeah.
was like, right on. Cool. That's awesome.
Well, I think too, because nobody's really seen Jamie much. Only like if she pops her head in, and
Yeah.
hasn't really seen Mom too much. So with the tags and stuff like that, and then from Miss Rebecca, it had 790 some views in 5 hours.
Yeah.
So that was
And
pretty awesome.
I call them family members. I know they call them subscribers, but they're family members to me. I have 323 people that have
Oh, that's good.
joined my channel.
Nice.
Awesome.
Now, have you, Rebecca, just a question, but have you, I know, ever looked at maybe seeing if one of your friends or something might be able to help you with a very easy edit video? And this is something that I helped Rich and Leo with. And what it is it's a time edited video. You're not doing any editing. You're just speeding up the video. All I would need, or somebody else would need, just a consistent video capture of you making a hat, let's say.
Okay.
And you just keep the camera on you completely still, just doing it. This doesn't matter how long it takes. Like, I don't care how long it would take. If you think you could do it in one sitting, or you pause it and write down how much, somebody that would have that type of content could literally speed it up and have it fit in a short or fit in a 5-minute video. You know what I'm saying? And I think it'd be really good content that might, help your channel. And it helped Rich's a lot. He ties flies. He does the fly tying.
Yes. Yes.
And so I gave him the same kind of vision thing, and he started putting them on shorts, and bang, whoop, 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 whoop. All of a sudden now his channel's starting to lean towards that like arts and craft kind of flies and fishing kind of thing. And he's
Wow.
building a really good community doing it. But yeah, just speeding up the video. That's all it is. It's the only edit. It's just speeding it up as fast as it might take.
Get up and-
Yep, that's it.
That would really be interesting to be able to do something like that.
Mhm.
Because usually it takes from start to finish. If nobody talks to me or bothers me, it takes me 2 hours to make one of those hats.
Really?
One of
eh?
the larger hats. And I've got one already there, but I've kind of chopped it up a little bit. And it's like, this just isn't what I'm wanting to do. So I do
Yeah.
have a video that's held back, but I've chopped too much out of it that when I play it through, it's like, nope, this ain't going to work. Because
Okay.
I've never edited anything.
Yeah, I hear you.
never
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
know?
hear you. It's a even the word seems discouraging to a lot of people in that aspect. But I think people are starting now to more appreciate clean edit, with the raw material, not necessarily. Let's just say, for instance, your intro of a video would be right away getting to the point in what you're offering the subscriber when they come in to watch, right? What are you offering them? What are we going to watch today, right? Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm coming from here, blah, blah, blah. This is what we're going to watch today. But before we do, I want to do a cool shout out to a channel, da, 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 right? So initially, as soon as they come in, you have their interest. Whoever is interested in the topic that you're giving to them, you have their attention. They wait. They got to hear a channel shout out or a sponsor, whatever way you might want to direct that audience retention to for a second. Automatically, it's to the first, like the primest part of the content. Let's say for 3 minutes. At the end of the video, thank you so much for subscribing. Please connect with me in the next video on a such and such date when I go live, or I post videos regular on a Thursday night, or da 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 da, so that people start understanding when you're posting your content or when you decide you're going to go live. After a while, you'll be able to do more editing than that. But my point is that literally people now, all they're doing is holding their phone to their face and going, hi, this is what I'm going to show you in the video today. Da 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 da. Okay. Here's the content. Here's the best part of the content. And at the end of it, they go, thank you so much for joining. We hope today that you joined the Rebecca Touched by Yarn channel. You know what I mean? And if you haven't, please check out these videos and these videos. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that literally it just takes a still caption of your face saying, this is what I'm going to explain to you. This is what I have for you today. Here's the content. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. Do you know what I'm saying? And more people are starting to just do that clean cut, none of this fancy digital things going across the screen. And, I'm starting to notice people are more just into like, okay, in 15 seconds of your video, when you come in, let's say for whatever it is, doesn't matter how you portray it. Why am I there? What are you offering? And it sucks. It's a selfish way when you look at it that way. But when people click on your thumbnail or your video, majority, if it's not your subscribers or regular, somebody just new, doesn't know you were the hole in the ground. If they click on that video in 20 seconds, if they don't know what they're getting, especially if you're a monetized channel and you just force them to watch an ad, they've already waited 20, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, right? And they're like, okay, all right, let's see it. And then you're just like, you see what I mean? People they just go, Coop, and they get out of the video and they're gone. Yeah. So editing necessarily, to me, I'm starting to understand, is not necessarily all the jazz with where you can do with cameras and all this color stuff and everything. It's more or less just like, how can you offer what you're going to offer in this amount of time? How can you do this in 5 minutes opposed to a half an hour? Or how can I give this message? And that's kind of where I'm rebuilding my material, so to speak, and my approach when it comes to studio editing. You know what I mean? I'm going to get off of the whole crazy green screen thing and more get into clean kind of This is the objective. You know, this is what I'm offering to the subscriber. Here's my content. Thank you for joining. Goodbye. You know what I mean? This is what I have to, this is what I have, or this is what I'm offering today. This is my content. Goodbye. Because people are literally losing the audience retention to even sit there and wait. You know, some of the amazing editing that I've done, it is appreciated by some people and they'll watch for that long. But in the hardest edited video that I've ever done to date, today, the average view retention is like 1 minute and 30 seconds. The video is 4 minutes long. So my point is that like all that extra work, is it, you know what I mean? If whatever I didn't do in 1 minute and 30, and that's my own problem, but wherever I got to fix that or keep obtaining video retention, that's just a learning process. But the point is, after 1 minute and 30 seconds, people went, whoosh. Do you see what I'm saying? And I got a guitar in my hand and I'm singing in front of a microphone and everything. And it's still that way. So, you know, it's crazy. It is really crazy, the elements of that. So I would just, you know, if you ever decide to approach that situation, like I said, simple 3-cut, it's what's called, what I'm learning is a 3-cut edit. What am I offering? Right? Whether it be a mail call, right away, as soon as you come out of a mail call video, which is great video content, you talk about the mail call, right? And that's the beauty of what Tasha's short is that people clicked on exactly what she put in the content. So even though they might not, you know, it might not have 900 million views and all these big lights and everything, there's 37 or I think 38 people right now that have generated off of that short that like it. And that's cool. Like almost 50 people are going to like that and see your hats or see these hats. Like that's awesome exposure. Do you know what I mean? Most people get like 13, 20 views on a mail call because the shorts don't seem to understand when you do that, right? But now it seems that because people are consistently showing this now and keep doing this mail call things, as channels get big responses from them, it becomes more trending on the shorts walls. Do you know what I'm saying? So now like more YouTuber creators are going to see these, you know, see this content on shorts where it's like mail calls and stuff. And I think it's super cool. It's super awesome. Super awesome. Like
all I know is that they also, of course, have tagged my name in there that I'm the one that did it. And then
yeah,
I'm seeing those people that are watching theirs are coming to my channel thinking, okay, how did she make this hat?
Yep.
How is it done?
That's right.
And I'm not showing that. You know, I'm showing them the ending product, but how do I get from starting it to finishing it?
Well, here's the thing, and I'll tell you, sweetheart, too. If you look on my channel, there's not one video on how to play guitar.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? And it's my channel suffers over it a little bit, I think, because some people might. I actually believe more people, and shout out to Devil Dog and a few other creators that I know that fiddle around with a guitar in the background. They just don't play it in front of people, but they definitely play. You know, Devil Dog was in the back of a stream doing it the other day, right? And so, you know, is it something that I should be looking at? Like, so what I'm getting at is I can feel what you mean, like the channel not having necessarily all the content that would be sort of expected of, you know, if you were to come to a certain type of channel, right? Like music channel. Is my channel loaded with music? Not so much. No. I'm guilty.
You know?
I'm guilty. You know what I mean? Is it loaded with fishing? Yeah. So, you know, it has two different passions going on, but I'm learning from my mistakes, you know. But what I'm getting at is the channel can rise, obviously, without all that. You know that. You've seen it. A lot of content creators, they have big subscribers and very little content. So it just takes keep going out there. You know what I mean? Keep growing, keep moving forward, kind of thing. Just keep working hard.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
The combination of you fishing and playing music. Like
we definitely, Judy keeps bringing it up. And this one here, we want to put strings on. And I'm thinking I'm just getting, the problem is the sound is not going to sound like it did. You know, I'll be just beating a guitar while I'm outside fishing with a phone in the air. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if that's good enough for the expectations of certain things, but I'll say that. What?
If you're fishing
It could be. It could be. Yeah, it could be interesting if I'm fishing at the same time. It's just the audio situation. You know, it just depends on local marks does a great local marks fishing does a great job. I guess I messed his name up in another stream there, and she had to correct me, but I didn't catch on to her correction. So then I later on was told about it, and yeah, it's become quite a joke. I put Mike's Fishing Home and local Mark's Fishing Home together, and I guess everybody had a laugh at that. You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh yeah, go check out local Mark's Fishing Home." Everybody in chat was like, "Huh? What?" But yeah, you know, I've been. It's tricky. It is really tricky. All I can tell you is, you know, higher numbers or low numbers, there's still struggles there. There's still dynamics and stress levels when it comes to certain things with YouTube. And you know, you're constantly hearing different things, different what you should and what you shouldn't, and all this stuff. And I try to look as far ahead as I can so that I can help my subscribers and friends to be educated in case they might have an issue or they might need some type of help. But I'm starting to realize the further I go down the gateway, the more you start painting this picture, this uneducated picture, so to speak, or this perception of what you're supposed to be or what you should do with your channel, and you start losing the fun in it. You know, the perfection can never be obtained. And I think people naturally want to see people grow naturally, you know, to go from one to another. Like, I don't know, there's a story about musicians that go down to the crossroads, and the crossroads would be, you know, a person leaves for so many X amount of years and he comes back and he's phenomenal. He's the most amazing musician in the world. I'm sure some people have seen this. And when they asked the artist and said, you know, how did this happen? And he says, well, I met the devil down at the crossroads, and I guess they made a deal. And that's the Crossroads songs from Eric Clapton and the rest of them. You know, I went down to the crossroads, tried to flag a ride. They're talking about this mythical story of, you know, somebody who is completely nothing and literally comes back years later and is, you know, top of the world of whatever it might be that you want to do.
Now, a good idea just kind of popped in my head for you.
So many people are doing these videos where like literally their faces and everything are in them. You know, it's more about your facial engagement and your interest in the subscriber and the friends that you're making through them seeing you, opposed to all the magic that could happen on a video edit, if that makes sense, you know. So
Good idea, Rich. You know how you did the video with the Foo Fighters one?
yeah.
Now you could
Yes.
do a video like that, and instead of like flashing you behind you, you could throw the fishing part of it in there.
Yeah,
Or-
actually, yes, you're right. Almost like
Yeah,
a
I
kind
think
of like a
that-
video, a slideshow thing that I'm singing in front of.
Yeah,
That would be cool because the biggest element and the hardest part about it, because a lot of people, I've actually gotten this from numerous people, and it's just like, hey man, it'd be really cool because your name is the Canadian fishing musician. Why are you not playing music while you're fishing? Do you see what I'm saying? And you know, I think people expect that. They want to see that. They're like, hey, you know, you should have a guitar while you're fishing, and we're gonna try it out. I think issue in the winter is not plausible unless I'm in like an ice hut heated up. But well, definitely, I definitely think that might be an avenue that can work out. Is like capturing the fishing and then having it in the backdrop going, you know, playing while I'm playing the song that might be written to that adventure. You
Hey,
know what I
Rich,
mean? Like what we were doing at that day, you know what I mean? What we're fishing for, whatever. Yes, sir.
I got an idea what you can do. Once you put a
Sure.
video of you playing the guitar and put one of your fishing videos like in the background running.
Yeah, that I think that's generally what Tasha was kind of getting at there, I believe. Was yeah, me playing guitar in front of, let's say, the image of you know, It'd be some brainstorming, but I think it might actually would be a cool idea because, like I said, you could write the song. The lyrics of the song would be based off of what you were doing in the video. So if
Yeah.
I could lead the audience through the video by me singing about the adventure,
Yeah.
that could definitely be cool.
That would be really cool.
That
I
would
think
that
that
would
would-
definitely, I would think that would take it to totally to the next level. And
Yeah, because I definitely don't want to be the help. Like I don't mind helping, but I have to. And I've been. This is big thing that I've been struggling with is that my strengths lie in creating music, and since I've gotten a YouTube channel, I'm not gonna lie. I've probably spent 60% of my time just going out and trying to be a part of these communities and stuff, and I guess trying to grow my channel or as any other creator will admit as well to some degree, like when you first get involved with lives, that's how it's kind of started is you see a bigger channel with a bunch of smaller channels inside of it, and then they're doing video, all these different things and formats in order to keep doing it. And I understand it, and I'm by all means I respect and love it and think that there's a lot of positive things for it. But I'm a musician and I can't follow those footsteps. I can't offer those type of things that maybe other people can because they have the spare time. I can barely get around like the time of whether work and then come home and write and record the music and then do the video shooting of the music. You see what I mean? Like there's a lot of elements when you put an instrument into the play, because now I have to have a guitar that's at least, sound edible. You know what I mean? and it changes everything. So I'm starting to sort of, I don't know, to be honest, question my where my channel is when it comes to the monetization and what I'm offering and perks and stuff like that. There's a lot of other channels out there that can offer these type of assistance like thumbnails and everything. If I'm gonna help a friend out, a channel out, or a creator out that is a supporter of my channel, I'd love to do it out of my own heart than to feel obligated or demanded through like these membership things, if that makes sense. If my music would be more adequate to offer, or CDs or like that's what my channel is. And so I can see the confusion that might be portrayed there when you look at joining memberships with a musician channel and what you're getting for perks are like thumbnail stickers and logos and icons and all this stuff. You see what I mean? So it's definitely, it's confusion for sure, but I'll figure it out.
When you guys are out fishing, like you said, because of the sound quality, or whether it's cold or not, or raining. But even like throwing those
yeah.
in, like when you guys were fishing on that island before the storm there.
Yeah, in Burley Falls, yeah.
And then like the big salmon, because you have like a couple of slow-mos with that, and then
that shit could become like co-manager, co-video production manager of my channel. No, it's actually a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't have to worry about the sound quality of being outside. You know what I mean? Then you just piece everything together. Because that's what I love about that Foo Fighters video, is like it all blipping out. Like it's showing you sitting at the desk and showing all the equipment. And then you're back forward singing, and then you're like behind yourself. Just, I don't know. I love the black and white and all the different effects that you did in that video.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I would love to, I'm hoping in probably a few years, maybe a year from now or something, the video will have a video retention where it might consistently take off in a way. I usually think about a year from now when it comes to that type of stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I'd love to be able to show. I did all that editing with like the most basic free, almost like having Windows Movie Maker. It's just iMovie. And it would be cool to show that stuff in a sense so that people could learn that. But again, it's a, you know, a music channel. What would it do? You know what I mean? From what our status quo or what a YouTube channel is supposed to do, you know? So I'm wondering if maybe I should start a secondary channel for no other purpose than just to help my subscribers and people with whatever aspects I can, you know, with YouTube streaming elements, stuff like that, because I've learned a lot of stuff and I show it to other people and then automatically, you know, they show it to bunch of other people and it just goes down the line. So I seem to have a knack for it, but we'll see. It's a big demand to be that type of channel, I guess. YouTube assistant. But like I said, I do it naturally and I love doing it for people that you know, I'm sure, like you've seen Tasha, it's not, you know what I mean? I'll do it for people. I just like doing it naturally. You know, when I'm having an awesome inspirational time, somebody gives me an amazing, like, I think half the times when I made thumbnails and stuff, or when I did for you, Tasha, was during a live, and we were just having a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did that work? Did I? Oh, maybe I skipped out. Did Wayne drop?
Yeah, Wayne dropped.
Wayne dropped. And I'm finishing up on.
I just been thinking about that, watching that video, and then when you're talking about when I brought up fishing and the music and stuff, then I would go back to the black and white. It's just, I don't know, I could sit there and watch it like 50 times in a row because I just like the way that you did it. So
I literally, it's called overlaying, and what happened was, I let's say just the same image, I just put it over top of each other. I slid it in the bar, and so now both of them, and then I just countersynced it just a little bit out. So one video started before the other, so it's like a delay resolution. You see me like doing this. Yeah, it's really cool. It's just it's really easy edit, but the timing can be a little tricky, obviously, if you're using separate audio. That's where the fun really began, was syncing the audio with all of that video and all of the edits in between. It was fun. Judy got the privilege to be a part of it. You thought it was awesome, eh, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She's like, yeah, for sure, babe.
There was this one time I was watching this channel and I could not watch both. He had kind of overlaid where they were showing someone being somewhere else and this other person was talking, and I was trying to watch both of them and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I literally had to go back and rewatch just that one portion.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, you know, but
some things are, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I kept going back and forth between these two images, you know, where they had this one over the top, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So I had to go back and watch the video again.
Yeah. Judy was saying that's probably some masterminded intention from the creator, like the editor, to make you watch it twice. You know what I mean? get two views out of one. That sneaky little bugger.
I was like, whoa.
yeah, it can
She's
happen.
like, chat. He's gonna hang it like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at first I have to be honest. I'm like, okay. Before you said or laughed, I'm like, okay, well, that voice could either be Rich or Johnny. Then I heard your laugh in the back end of it, and I'm like, that's definitely Rich.
I mean, it's fitting because it's Halloween, isn't it? Soon this weekend.
Monday.
So it's perfect.
I have a
Mhm.
I have a family member that was born on Halloween.
That's
It's
cool
kinda
though.
The green screen would be way better. Or my green suit. I should put the green suit on because I can just like
Yeah,
it'd
then
just be
with
the head.
the head.
Just the head, yeah. That'd be super
With the
cool.
Modog thing.
Actually, you know what? Give me a sec. I get a really crazy idea. This would be funny.
So you're almost done with that washcloth you said, Mr. Becker? Or
Say that
wash
again.
rag, the one you're crocheting, the wash
It's
rag.
a dishcloth.
Hi, Judy.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm feeling a lot better than I was. I was super sick for a while there, so yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. I finally got outside today with Rich and on the bike, and we went like fishing for a little bit today. But yeah. Sorry, Rich is being bad.
Oh no.
He always finds a way to try to make me laugh while I'm in here.
Well, it sounds even funnier because of the way he's got the mic right now.
Why? What's it? Oh, am I in some weird voice?
Yes, you are.
Oh my gracious! Because I don't have the headsets on, right? So
Kind of sounding manly
I don't know what to. I don't want to touch anything on his equipment either.
It's almost your voice because of the mic sounds so much like Rich.
Oh
Just
my
the way
goodness!
that he's got the mic set.
Hey, Rich, you had the mic set to the low talker.
Yes.
It's so like now Tasha had to let me know that my voice was coming through weird.
Click on the button down there.
I know, but I don't. Which
Click it with your foot.
there's like 3
No,
buttons.
the one that's lit. Very simple. Click it.
Duh.
Oh, am I normal now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was too funny.
At least I know how to fix it for next time now.
Yeah, because you
I-
can't hear
I don't-
yourself either.
I don't know. I don't know if Rich has seen the mic that I got that someone gifted me.
Oh, what did you get, Rebecca?
This.
Ooh, that's cool.
Changes color.
Very neat. Neat.
Yeah, someone said I'm going to give that to Rebecca, and I'm like, what?
That's super cool, Rebecca.
Yeah, it's really
It's so freaky. Considering we just watched what the heck with the Babadook and Hellraiser with Rich doing that to your hair.
Oh, my face disappears. Those are your little pinky fingers. I was wondering what that was. Oh my goodness. He loves to play.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh, here, I'll get out so he can show you the whole effect. But I love you, Tasha, and much love, Rebecca.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh, and I hope your Kiki comes back, honey. Big hugs.
I do too. Everybody loves him. You know, they
Yeah.
see him getting up on me and like I've missed him all day today.
Oh, I'm sure he's missing you too, Rebecca.
I hope so. Like, please
Yeah.
come back, baby.
Much love. Yeah. Oh. All right. I'll let Rich come sit in, okay? No, I want a cigarette anyways.
Just ahead now.
So cool. Super cool. That's super creepy though. Can you still see through that?
Yeah, sort of. If I tilt the mask right, it looks like it's looking at it.
Yeah.
Now that's trippy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, super trippy.
All right, now you just welcome people in the room.
See, if you need a green something on the back of your chair.
Oh, maybe I can fix that. Oh, is that the Modog thing? Is that Modog?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Let's see that for a sec.
Oh, I just had it.
It wouldn't fit. That's a Modog band, man.
Yeah.
Chucky's wearing a Modog. Tell me that wouldn't be funny.
Kind of makes me think of Dibble Dog.
Chuck Dog, yeah. Chuck Dog.
I was trying to teach my dogs how to grin. And because of the way they're being lab and the other breed that they are, they couldn't really do it. Because they're part of their skin comes over too far.
Yeah.
Do you want help with that?
Bear smiles like crazy in his sleep.
Have
He's
you?
always smiling.
I used to have a border collie that would, when you'd come up to her, she'd grin her teeth like she was going to growl at you, but it was just the way she smiled.
Yep. I forget what dog it is on YouTube that when they talk to him, he smiles by showing out his front teeth. But I forget what channel it is. Oh, I gotta show you what Mom's boyfriend George made for me. I don't know if it'll show good through the camera, but he makes jewelry.
Beautiful.
And on it is Baby, the one that I had to have put down September 9th. So he made that necklace.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. He does,
So
he
nice.
does things, necklaces. They're all handmade. He does all of it.
That's pretty crazy.
It's the headless horse rich.
Not even. It's perfect. I'm the dude holding the guitar right there. See? I just sit right. I'm holding. Look at it. Just sit right there, right below the hat. There you go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh wow.
Why do they call as I call them, stocking caps? Some people call them beanies. Up there, you guys call them toques. I'm guessing they're all the same thing.
That's a gator, though.
What's that? What I have?
Yeah, well, you just held up.
Yeah, it's a gator. Yeah. Yeah, they call it like a gator. I call it a Kofifi rag.
Yeah, I use those. I count like because I have these ones, and
Yeah.
I count my hair sock because that's what I always put on my head when my hair is all a mess.
Oh, that's how we heard it. Oh, I know how you guys. I have a room mic set up so that, like, you know, when Judy's in here, if she's right there, there's a microphone in the corner up there on the right
Right.
side up high. And so you can hear her in the background. Sometimes she forgets that you can hear her, right? She'll be like, shh, hey, baby. Everybody's like, we can hear you. But yeah, you know, so anyways, I come to realize that I had not muted that on the board. So even though I was talking in this
Kind of like you know, deep voice, you can sort of hear my baritone voice as well. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
If you can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of the microphone that was on in the.
I screwed it up.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
was saying. I could hear your laugh on the backside, so it must have been that other mic.
It is, yeah.
It was
So like
instant
they can
giveaway.
hear you from there, Judy.
Oh,
Like say hi. I'm sure they can hear you,
yeah.
right?
I,
What are you all frozen now? Say hi, baby.
there's circles in front.
There's circles in front of me. That was funny. Oh man. So, yeah, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm glad that you let me up. But I'm gonna test and see, you know, if people will let me up on their panel with my name being like Chucky, or you know, see who goes live this weekend and stuff, and come up and see if I can pull it off and see if people can guess. But it's tricky because if somebody's in a subscriber only mode stream, then they know for sure it's somebody that you know they can trust. But being in an open public stream, some people may not be so open to be looked down. They look in the basement, see this floating Chucky head. They're gonna be like, no. So I'm glad that I thought maybe you would know right away, or that because of the Halloween and me doing all this type of stuff on my channel. But I'm glad you let me out, Tasha. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Oh, anytime.
It was fun.
Well, because normally I know, like, if it's gonna be something kind of like that, you know, goofy or whatever, it's either gonna
Yeah.
be you or Johnny. Because
Yeah.
those are typically the only two that come up that would do that, to where I wouldn't worry about, you know, who it was.
Yeah.
But
I
Pointer,
just like do this.
put something over your mic cord, because that also gives it away.
Oh,
If anybody sees that red cord, they're gonna know that it's you.
Oh yeah.
Green screen or something. Yeah. See, if you can't see the cord, then you're really not gonna know that it's you.
That's true.
Well,
Really.
I'm finally finished with this project.
Well, that's a good. Oh, have you done any more with the quilting rack?
No, I have to wait till I get paid Monday or Tuesday. You know how that is when you're on disability.
Yeah, I know. I don't get mine to the second Wednesday of the month.
Tuesday, I get paid, so I'll be able to get some more sanding discs.
Yep.
I wonder who else is gonna let me up on there.
For the longest time, I didn't really have myself organized. But look what I got now. I got this, I found this outside, and now it's got my crochet hooks in here.
Oh, that's cool.
You know?
All right.
And then what project I'm working on underneath.
I'll be back, Tasha.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe later there'll be new, like, new viewers, and then you'll know it's me and you can play along with it this time. We'll have some fun. See if we can surprise some people.
That's the pot holders. All finished.
Yeah, that's a cool little thing that you found there.
Yes, it definitely is. And
Makes it nice to have all your different size crochet hooks in there and stuff
yeah,
like
you
that.
can see they're all down there. The
Yep.
pot holders and wash dishcloths are. So now that's
Yeah, it
finished.
definitely comes in handy.
It certainly does. Does that make my I set that in front of the computer. Does it make my voice a little more out there?
Oh, your voice sounds good where it is and where you had it before.
Yes, it was like, okay, kind of interesting. This is a ruler I have that's 15 inches. It won't fit in there. It's too long.
Yeah.
But it definitely being able to stay organized and doing what I'm trying to do here. But yeah, that, like I said, that quilting frame, once I get it sanded, there's still some, because it's pine,
Yeah.
there's still some areas that are coming loose that I'm probably going to have to use a 60 and then go to an 80 and then 100 to making this thing smoothed out, because I don't want me to have any splinters in my hands.
Or to get any snags.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
that would stink after doing all that work and you getting this big snag on the back that you just,
yes.
it would be a pain in the butt.
So yeah, I've got to, like I said, I've got to do some more sanding on it. And my thoughts was that I have some stain. It's a dark stain, and most people don't like dark. Putting stain on it and maybe polying it where it's sealed.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Even if you just put poly right over the pine.
Yes.
Without staining it.
Yes, without staining it, just to seal it, make sure that there's not any more splinters coming off of it.
Yeah, that would help with that too.
Probably would, and just making sure that this thing is smooth and nice. And I noticed that one of the little wheels that they made, one of the pieces is gone. So I was trying to figure out, okay, when I'm rolling this thing with that one piece missing, that locks it in.
Yeah.
Do I have someone else make a new one of it, or just not worry about it, make sure that it's going far enough to lock it in? I don't know what Blue was doing. Scratching or something.
I mean, is it going to throw the rowing process off? Like if you're rowing it, is it going to kick to one side?
No, each one of those wheels, those cogged wheels, are on the same side, and there's a piece that is on the side of this that locks into it.
Oh, okay.
So I may have to go just one more click, to make sure it's locked in, as I'm rolling this quilt on there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was wondering, if it's, so that if it's not like gonna move it like this, so like one side's rolled a little bit further, you know what I mean? A little bit further than the other.
Yes. But yeah, definitely Rich has definitely got an idea of me just videoing this and having someone that's close to me, which there is definitely someone that can help me edit, and I'd have to talk to her. But it's Emma, at Sony's place.
Mm-hmm.
I bet she'd be able to help me in understanding how to make a, where you're taking a little bit, this is what I'm going to do, doing one of those clips so that I get used to doing these, when I'm recording for the different things.
Yeah,
know.
well, see, that's the one thing where we were talking about doing the whole quilting process.
Yes.
The way Rich was talking about it, where like in the front part, you're like telling everybody what you're gonna get, and you're gonna have like a tiny clip in the front.
Yes.
Then you process everything behind it. So like he was saying, you can speed it up in sections, like, you know, show the beginning and then like speed it up a little bit to the second part and compress it down.
Yeah.
So instead of having an 8 month long video, you know what I mean? You can compress it to where it's 5 minutes or how many ever minutes.
I know they'd, talking about premieres, I watched not all of the premiere because I was on someone else's live that they showed from when they bought this abandoned mansion, and they did this huge premiere of it, and it was pretty long. I'd come in not close to the end, but pretty much close to the end. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that premiere from the beginning. About a channel that's in Texas that literally restored an abandoned mansion.
Yeah, well, you could even do the quilting process as a premiere.
As a premiere.
But instead of having an 8 month long premiere, how many, you know what I mean?
Yes.
10 hours a day, say.
Yes.
You know, you're talking about all that time. But if you compress it down and speed up sections of it, then everybody's seeing it from start to finish, and say maybe a 30-minute premiere instead of 1,000 hours. You know, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know it's
Yes.
gonna take months for you to do it. Hi,
Well,
Tony.
I did. I've even seen some that people have done that they've showed when they first started the project, and then getting close to being done and saying, okay, this is where I am now on this project, and being able to, from start to finish of showing how a quilt is put on a frame. There's probably nobody that has ever seen that.
No, well, that's what I find interesting, because you have that process to get to where you got like pre-start, what you
Yes.
have to go through before you can actually start the quilt.
Yes.
And I haven't seen, I mean, I've watched people make blankets and stuff like that, but I haven't seen anybody putting it on the quilting rack and then go into that. Normally it's like it's already there and they're
Yeah.
showing, you know, them working on it. So I think that would definitely be something good to have on there.
For sure. And yes, it's still kind of crafting and using yarn and things like that, but I'm going to be using quilting thread to do this, and it gives me definitely something else to do. And
Right.
in fact, I've got it here in the house. The quilting frame is, and my brother and I up there is this thing that he put some speaker wire in,
Yeah.
and we set them on top of that. They're sitting up there waiting for me he'll be able to get them back down because my brother's 6'3". He'll lower them back down, and we'll get everything set up, and all this stuff over here is going to be gone. Even the shelf that I have over here, because I'm going to set it across there. That's where it's going to be. For to work on it. And, I can just turn around and be able to start working on it and things like that. So, with having
your computer where your cam is right now is like perfect position for you working behind where
Yes.
you are right now.
Yes.
You can see that whole area behind you.
Yes. So it'll be nice. I could go live and have someone else up on the panel saying, okay, this is what she's doing, and and doing some things like that. And and they can see. I can work for a half an hour or an hour on it, because doing that action of putting that needle in, it gets tiring. It really does.
Yeah, the repetition
of it, and And yes, doing the crocheting, it does that too. That's why I switch off, getting this crocheting done. I'll now go back to doing the hats.
Yeah.
It's just a different muscle that I'm using,
Oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
and just sitting with the iPad and recording, and saying, okay, this is, making one of those hats and things like that. Because I did it with the baby one, when I went on another channel showing how it's done. And they talk about you've got to do different angles. So it would be me changing my position every 8 seconds because you with that iPad, you really can't move it. And I have no other cameras to bring into this. It's just that. And people have talked about, there's, a GoPro, which I've never had one. I don't even know
Me
anything
either.
about them. I don't know anything about them and things like that. So
Too bad that you couldn't. You know how like the tripods work, where they have
yeah,
the handle and you can spin it.
yes,
I wonder if you could make something like that. That could hold your iPad in, where people can still hear you and talk, but have like almost like a stick to where you can turn your iPad, and change the positions without having to change your position. So you'd have
true.
to like have some sort of holder for it, kind of
Yes.
like on a tripod type thing.
Well,
But
even teaching my brother, he could kind of move it,
yeah,
because just trying to position the way I need to be to show them how I'm hooking this over,
yeah,
and teaching him how to move this a little bit so that it's more showing me working on that hat. Because all I'm doing is moving my arms and trying to show them how I'm doing it. When I was on here, it was much easier because I could turn that camera down, and with the webcam that we have here.
now your webcam, you should be able to do videos with it, like to
Not
record
not
your
this one. Not this one.
on that one. Hi,
No.
Nicole. All right. Because I know the one I used to have, you could actually record a video and stuff
The one
too.
my brother got did not do that. It just lets me go, get up on panel and things like that. And it has been so much easier instead of using my phone, which gets hot then, being able to just come up here on the computer and be able to be on, these live streams and stuff.
Nicole says hello.
Who did?
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Yeah, it's been great, but I've got to get to bed early tonight because we're going to the farmers market. They're doing a customer appreciation day, which is definitely going to be nice. And it seems like I keep waking up about 1:30 in the morning, and it's like can't get back to sleep because I'm worried about BB, hoping he comes back home.
Well, that's why I have to stay up kind of late because, like, say I went to bed now, 9:43 at night, I'd be up at 3.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to stay up for a few hours, and then I could, lay back down and get like a nap. But that's why I try to stay up to at least midnight because I know at least, sleep, kind of sleep until like 6, 7. But any earlier than that, and I'm up at 3. So makes for a long day.
It does. But I've definitely enjoyed being here. I've got to get ready for tomorrow and get things done.
I hope you have fun.
Yeah, I hope we.
I haven't been to a farmer's market in forever.
Oh, it's really nice. I pick up a friend that doesn't have a vehicle. She lives really close. We pick her up and then head over there and get some really nice food that I can buy, and that's grown by the people that bring it.
Yeah, which is really nice.
It is, because you get to talk to them. You get to know them, and it makes it really nice.
Oh yeah, because like people have blankets there. They bring like their own honey.
Yes.
All different kinds of. Because my great grandma and my grandma raised bees. So when we had the fair every year, they would bring the queen and the bees and this thing, and you could always tell the queen walking around. And then they'd have like jars of the homemade honey that they did. That honey was always so good.
Yeah, the guy that I buy my honey from is about probably 5, maybe 6 miles from my house.
Well, that's
Literally
cool.
that close. And here it is.
Oh, that bottle's really. I like that bottle.
I reused this one. This one was a different company, and I really love this one. It's a little angel.
Yeah.
Makes it nice. But yeah, just like wow. So pray for BB that he comes
Oh,
home.
I will, Miss Rebecca. I will definitely.
Yeah. You have a great night, and
You
I'll
too,
talk
Miss
to you next
Rebecca.
time. Okay, bye.
Night. Well, Tony, we can't all be on the northern west coast, And at 6:43, it was already pitch black here. So one thing I don't like is it gets dark so early, but now, did they do the actual time change? Because I know they were talking about getting rid of the spring forward and fall back time change. Well, I can't help that it's not 9:43. Yeah, I know. I was just wondering because they keep talking about wanting to get Oh, okay. Because I hadn't heard anything more about it, so I wasn't sure if they had passed it, that they were gonna um do away with, having to change times all the time. But I mean, that's gonna throw farmers off, definitely for harvesting season. Yes, Tony has some good game nights. I know it throws me off starting an hour early. But when Ryan co-hosts, it's easier for him on 8:30. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, James, because I hadn't heard anything. Of course, I haven't watched the news in probably over a month, so I have no idea what's going on anyways. Nicole, that's why I don't watch football. Because I'd spend more time screaming at the TV than actually watching the game. Yeah. And the whole thing is you could not watch the news for a year and go back and decide, oh, one day I'm going to watch the news. And it's still going to be the same bullshit. Ain't gonna change. Yeah, I know. That that's the weird part of it. No, I mean even hunting season, but you fall back, so it's like I don't. It's just weird, but because we always go out like an hour before daylight and hunt for a couple hours, and then we'll go back out probably 2-3 hours before dark and sit out there. But all I know is these temperatures are super weird. It's supposed to be in the 60s from now until like the 8th of November. Now, like tonight, we're supposed to be down to 29. And I just hope it gets colder for hunting season than 60s. Because I don't like hanging deer when it's that warm. I mean, the one good thing is our garage does stay cool, even on super hot days. Yeah, the last time I watched, I think Jamie and I actually watched the news one day last week or the week before. And mainly I just wanted to see what they're saying for the weather. Because listen, the Weather Channel and the Farmer's Almanac were predicting like accumulating snow this month. Ain't gonna happen with 60s. I still gotta go get my hunting license. I guess I'm just being pokey at it. But hopefully with my preference point, I'll still be able to get my doe permit. So we have at least one. Which I saw 2 big does and a smaller doe this morning when I took a bear outside. They're over in the woods behind our house here. And the smaller one, we were probably staring at each other for like a good 5 minutes, and she's looking, and I wasn't just standing still because I had him out there with me. So he's trying to see what I was looking at. But then she just slowly walked and walked. Well, if you're meaning, well, I'm probably only gonna stay live another about 7 minutes, Nicole. But you definitely have to come up on piano with me one of these nights. I know Rich was gonna come back, but I'm starving more because Mom made Italian wedding soup, and she made this huge pot of it. So she's like, bring your bowl back in. I ain't got enough room to put it all in the fridge. And I knew that was gonna happen because she used her huge stock pot to make it. But when Mom makes soup, that's how she is. Oh yeah. She made chicken and pork meatballs, and then I went out and picked the 2 kale plants that we had, and just them 2 plants put off so much kale. So we had enough for soup. Then Mom filled my dehydrator with kale and then hers, and then still had probably another half a dehydrator full of other ones to do. And what makes it nice with dehydrating, you can just add it into soup or even throw it in with some butter or whatever you want to do. Yeah, I told her like a week or so ago, I'm like, Mom, you got to make Italian wedding soup. All right, James, have a great one. Catch you later. But yeah, I love soup. And Mom also makes great homemade chicken and dumpling soup. That's another one that I've been dying for her to make. It always comes out good. But I love the dumplings, so it's like, okay, well, you need a whole pan of dumplings and then, you know, a whole pan of soup. Or I might have to have her do Graham's recipe with, I forget what the heck they're called. They're just little dumplings that you just drop in and almost like the small meatball size. So those would be good to put in there too. But I forget what my Graham called them. Almost kind of like a drop-in dumpling, I would. Because sometimes Mom does them where they're just on the top part. So, but I love Mom's soup, and she's not feeling good. She has an upper respiratory infection. Then my cousin came home sick, and then we found out today that our friend that lives down the street, I think he's 8 or 9. He tested positive for the vid, and then she tested herself, and she has it too. So she's out because she has a baby. He's not even a year old yet, and so she's worried about him, which I can understand. But we brought her down some N95 masks, so hopefully he'll be all good. I know I like to see anybody with that, and lately there's been a lot of people getting it multiple times. Jamie's mom had it for the second time. And I mean, sometimes people have it bad the first time and then not so bad the second, or it's vice versa. But I know it's not an easy thing. Which they kind of made me upset with Mom because they could have just given her the antibodies when she went to the hospital, but they didn't. Which, with her having severe asthma, I feel that they definitely should have done that. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna shut this down. I hope everybody has a great night. As far as I know, I'll be doing a live tomorrow night. If anything changes, I'll put it up on my community page. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Hope everybody has a great rest of your night. And yes, Tony, it's almost 10 o'clock. So we'll catch you later. Have a great one. God bless.